Hello everybody and welcome to Coew Wrestling Revival and also Coew Wrestling Season 4. I am your lead commentator Edward P22 and your color commentator, and we are starting off tonight hot with our first match with the tag team match for the Coew Wrestling heavyweight, not heavyweight, already messing up. It's been a couple years since I had to do this properly. But it is going to be for the Coew Wrestling Tag Team Championships, and it is going to be three teams that we have all grown to love and have known well for a while. Hashtag DIY coming out first with Tommaso Ciampa and Johnny Gargano. Tommaso Ciampa, a former Coew Wrestling hardcore champion, but Johnny Gargano, former hardcore champion, former heavyweight champion, and a multi-time tag team champion. In fact, multi-time heavyweight champion if we want to go through all of the accomplishments. And coming out next, it's Burn! The champion's coming out second, and Burn coming out with the new Coew Wrestling Tag Team Championships. All the belts have been remodeled thanks to our belt maker, Ash. Or Ash and Plunge, I think is the full username. Thank you very much to Ash for getting the belt designs with the logos. And go and check Ash out if you want some good art. But besides from that point, Burn marching down to the ring as the Coew Wrestling Tag Team Champion with, of course, his buddy Mock. They don't actually come out together, still, even after all of these years, and the development on Burn, Ian, is crazy. He has gone on a strict diet for these past 2 years. The McDonald's diet that was built up in the last season has been completely shifted. A new mindset, probably because of some Italian man that he wants to woo or something. I don't know. That's speculating on that front. That he met up with an Italian man. I was like, oh boy, I need to get in shape. And then, he did. And that is very commendable. But without talking much about Burns' diet and his McDonald's diet that he tried to force on people and now has not forced on people, it is time for our next man to come out back with the cape. Without a cap and everything. It is Mock. Mock has not wrestled since the last time that we did Coew Wrestling, which was probably 2 years ago, man. And you gotta be thinking, their ring rust might be an component in all of this, because some wrestlers don't wrestle on the independent scene. Some of them don't even wrestle in the other company with the 3 letters that we don't talk about. And they only wrestle on this show, and Mock is definitely one of them. As you can see, age, and the facial hair and an old... Mock is dangerous. We all know how dangerous he can be. But ring rust is a thing, and that might cost him the tag titles. It might not. Maybe they did some training for the years. I don't know. But you've got to keep that component inside of your head when you're thinking about the titles. And up next, the last team in this, with blinding green lights... It is the Aerial Assassins. If it will pan over. Will Ospreay and Ricochet. Both of these men have torn it up in the world since last time we've seen them. Ricochet moving to a new home. Will Ospreay becoming the international champion twice, and also just taking the world by storm. Even with New Japan and stuff like that. But Ospreay is here to make a name for himself, to win gold finally in Coew Wrestling, and also Ricochet as well. Ricochet and Will Ospreay both actually not winning a title despite how much talent they possess. So maybe they will get the win. But it's important to note that whoever wins this match, while they are champion, they will also never face these guys again as long as they hold the titles. This is the last time that we will see these people wrestle in a while. And also to explain the rules of a Mayhem Juniors match for anybody new who is watching this show. Mayhem Juniors Mayhem Juniors, this is a while that I've done this, is a match where everybody's in the ring and it's elimination rules. You eliminate one person at your pin each time. So in theory, you can be the only person on your team with 5 other wrestlers in the, not 5, 4 other wrestlers in the ring that are on the opposite teams and still get the victory for your partners. There is no padding on the floor. Why is there no ring mats every time we do a special show? There is literal concrete. At least we've got the canvas in the ring this time around. Again, huge shout out to Ash Plunge for the logos that is happening for Coew Wrestling. Appreciate you so much. And Will Ospreay already getting a chair to smack across Master Ciampa's bald ass head. Fun statistic for this match specifically, there is at least one bald person on every single team. That was not intentional, but that is a statistic nonetheless. Oh god! Air raid crash on the concrete! Well, Johnny Gargano is now going for the pin on Burn, and Burn kicking out at 1. Air raid crash on the concrete, that man's neck is fucked. Oh no. Burn in the ring, looking for a... Is he looking for a package pole driver? Never mind, taking down to the canvas, immediately getting the bar right there. 1 count, a 2, and a kick out at 2 from Johnny Gargano. Will Ospreay looking to hit a springboard clothesline inside the ring. Tommaso Ciampa and Ricochet just on the outside. I have no fucking... Jesus Christ! Ospreay with a dive over the ropes to Mock on the outside. Burn immediately going after Ricochet, not satisfied with what's happening, and a suplex onto the concrete floor, a delayed suplex as well. The blood rushing to the head when that happens can make you feel a bit woozy. Johnny Gargano throwing a chair into the ring post before Tommaso Ciampa eats shit on the stairs from Burn. Ricochet going after the knees of Tommaso Ciampa. Tommaso Ciampa having knee problems. Mock did a discus elbow strike, and remember, those elbow pads are metal. That is metal colliding with your skull and full force with that rolling elbow pad. Well, not elbow pad, but just elbow. Ospreay somehow up. Oh no! Ouch! Okay, well, Burn just did a kick up. I was just being dropped on his neck on concrete. What the fuck? Burn is like, I'm not selling for shit, and then now being... I don't know. Johnny Gargano is trying to take this man out. Everybody's on the outside. Everybody's careers is just going to probably get shortened. Oh, God. Everybody's just using that concrete to their advantage. They're causing probably career-ending damage. And oh, immediately Burn going in for the armbar. Oh, armbar leg combo. This is like a new variation of the submission that Burn usually uses in these situations. Johnny Gargano, submission specialist, though, does get out. There's a trash can outside that I couldn't keep an eye on. And that's what this Mayhem match is about. We are trying to keep up with the action right now. And it is very hard because everybody's just doing everything. Burn with a top rope clothesline. Will Ospreay being firm, but Ricochet blocking it. And immediately Burn with a big boot taking down Will Ospreay. Ricochet going for a double hook. Oh, chicken wing gut buster right there. And Ricochet going in for the pinfall. And Burn not breaking up the pin, because you do not want to break up pins at this point. I think Ospreay's just busted open. I'm not sure though, but I think someone's already bleeding and it's our first match tonight. Oh boy, I'm in for a night. And immediately Mock just eats shit on the golden ring post. Real gold, by the way. Backslide driver. Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa looking to isolate the champions. Brainbuster being taken out. Johnny Gargano looking for the Gargano escape on Burn. And this could be really dangerous. Mock wants to get into the ring and break up this submission as quickly as he can. And by the looks of it, Burn actually broke it up himself. Mock was a bit too slow on that front, but Burn carrying that to the promised land. Is this a delayed suplex? Nope. Immediately taken down. Stun gun on the ropes from Burn to not Ricochet. Johnny Gargano. Oh, this match is crazy already. Stomp to the chest to Will Ospreay. And immediately Burn is just going after everyone. Every single person that's in the ring is a target. Tommaso Ciampa landing a fury of strikes onto Mock on the outside, grabbing a trash can now and bringing it into the ring. Brainbuster from Ricochet, potentially. No, that it is not the case. And a quick... Oh, my God. Oh, God. 1, 2, and a kick out of 2. That is Willis... Stormbreaker. That's what it is. I'm so sorry that my brain just, like, lagged there. And it's Lumber Powerbomb or Project Champa immediately delivered to the back of Ospreay and a quick guitar shot to the gut of Mock. A guitar was used in this match. We ain't playing Wonderwall anymore with that shit. Jesus Christ! Just a hit Burn in the head with a trash can. 1 count from Mock being taken down to the ground, and now immediately a stun dog millionaire to Burn. Burn going to the outside. Oh my god. Immediately Ricochet getting in. Ricochet is actually busted open and hit a code breaker, or I think it's not a code red, but a 2 count. Mock is bleeding, and the longer you bleed, the negative effects. You may get the initial adrenaline boost from bleeding, but trust me, it gets more difficult the longer it goes. Burn, I think, just hulked up on the outside. That is absolutely mind-boggling. Going in to the corner. Oh, immediately elbow strike. Taking out Burn into the corners, dropped them down for size. And the most interesting thing in this match so far is nobody's like specifically targeting one person. Everybody's just going after everyone. And I don't know if that's a good idea. We have seen in this style of match that teammates that are on the opposite team will team up together in order to fight, like, you know, a fully functioning team member. But nobody's also been eliminated, so maybe the team up will happen later. And Ricochet, backflip German suplex on the concrete! Backflip German suplex on the concrete, and immediately shoulder breakers, standing shooting star from Ricochet, exploder from Mock, from Burn to Tommaso Ciampa. Oh, Twister Cutter, or like Broken Dreams, I don't know. Mock looking for his finisher, the Tiger Driver on the concrete again. That is not a nice move to take on the concrete. Ricochet, we need paramedics after this. Maybe not paramedics, but we need medical attention to check on these superstars because they are ruining their lives. Big boot to Will Ospreay, and Will Ospreay is bleeding a lot. I just saw that a second on like the other side of his head. He is bleeding, and Ospreay is the first one eliminated in this match. Fairy tale ending to Burn. 1, 2. Burn is eliminated as well. We are now going through the superstars. They are running out of steam. And a quick kick out at 2. That was a free count, if anything. The referee didn't see it, and, you know, the referee's decision is final. I think Burn was busted open as well from that fairy tale ending, but there is still chance for the 2 teams. Ricochet can win the whole thing, keeping the titles, and also Mock can, not keeping the titles, winning the titles, or Mock can win it and keep the titles as well. The only, like, fully functioning team is DIY. I do not think it's wise for Mock to start attacking Ricochet when there's literally a team that is still in this match. Burn, I think, might have a concussion. He is just sitting there, not moving to the back. We might need to get some medical attention. I don't know if Burn got crashed into the concrete, but that could have happened earlier. I mean, a lot of people took concrete. And as you can see, yeah, there is a cut on his forehead. A little bit there. Oh, Pele kick, and I thought that would hit Burn for a second. Burn getting in the way. Sad to see. But now, Tommaso Ciampa looking for the Psycho Cutter on the concrete, which has been landed. Tornado DDT in the ring, straight to Mock. Mock quickly getting grappled with, and Tommaso Ciampa again not letting this bold ass bitch and tell him what to do. He is the bold ass bitch. And a quickly drop onto the metal knee pads, and Mock is fighting everyone he can. He is going down that vicious path. We were talking about ring rust. Well, I think he may have sorted out that ring rust a while ago, but fairy tale ending on the concrete. No amount of not ring rust or just ring, like, you know, no amount of whatever will prepare you for a concrete landing. Like, that is just the truth. Ricochet took a back bump on concrete and then did a kick up, and then just got thrown into the fucking steps. Hurricane Runner onto the concrete from Johnny Gargano. DIY is holding out on their own right now. But that is... They're doing pretty well. I'm pretty impressed. Mock. Deadlift carry. I don't know what Mock's planning to do. Maybe he's doing a submission? I don't know. He was trying to like crush the ribs of Johnny Gargano there, I think. Power slam on the concrete. It's not a power slam, it's a body slam. I guess. Even though power slam, it looks like that, but whatever. Getting the trash bin. Johnny Gargano looking to get in the ring. Broken guitar parts are still there. You can get lacerated from the broken parts if you're not careful. Mock going in for the strikes, but Johnny Gargano out quickens it. And immediately taking down the legs and now looking for the Gargano escape on Mock. Bleeding from the eyebrow as well. Mock might be able to tap out here, and he is tapped out. Mock and Burn have officially lost the match, and we're going to get new tag team champions. If Ricochet manages to beat Tommaso Ciampa and Johnny Gargano, he could secure the win for the Aerial Assassins. But also, you got to admit that, like, you know, 2-to-1 odds is not great. As you can see, Tommaso Ciampa immediately breaking up the pinfall. It is essentially a handicap match at this point. Elbow to the eye. And now Tommaso Ciampa looking for a fisherman brainbuster. Right on, not on the wooden parts, but it was very close. 1, 2, and immediately a kick out. And now going in. Tommaso Ciampa looking for an air raid crash on Ricochet. Ricochet just rolling out the ring, and that is probably a smart idea. You can only get pinned or smayed in the ring, but Johnny Gargano launching himself like a long dart straight through the ropes, going in for a suicide dive. And now Johnny Gargano, Ricochet with a pump kick until Tommaso Ciampa again isolating Ricochet, smashing his bald ass head into the canvas and just kicking him in the face. And that is the problem with these sorts of situations. If you are down a man and there is nobody to help you in this situation, you are fighting a handicap match where there are no rules. If you can try to get the upper hand of one person, you still got the other person right there just dropped on a concrete floor like a sack of potatoes. It is very bad, and like it's almost impossible to come back from. Not impossible, there have been people who have won handicap matches, but it is sort of impossible when you have, like, probably the most experienced tag team in this match in #DIY. Like, against, like, you. And, like, at the moment, Ricochet is fighting for all he can. The referee cannot count on the outside. But no, again, like, he's getting the upper hand here. Johnny Gargano comes by and immediately shuts it down and just drops him again face first on the apron. Like, before it was Tommaso Ciampa, now it's just Johnny Gargano. And now Ricochet immediately getting back, like, in this and then shut down immediately. You gotta commend the effort, but that is still extremely difficult. And now raking, just digging nails into the open wound of Ricochet, and now fairy tale ending. Ricochet's bleeding. There is blood splatters on the canvas. That's how much blood has been lost in this match. And your new Coew of Ed Wrestling Tag Team Champions, DIY. Which, to be fair, from season 3, Mock and Burn, they had beaten one of the best tag teams in the Art of Suffering. So they should not feel ashamed by that. The Aerial Assassins should not feel ashamed by that. There is a puddle of blood underneath Ricochet. We need to go and take him to the doctors. But yeah, congrats to DIY. And I hope that it goes well. Like, well, not goes well, but may their reign be long and successful. And that was a great opening match. But anyway, on to our next match, ladies and gentlemen. Our next match here tonight in Coew of Ed Wrestling at the, I think we're in Rome. I didn't actually see where we were in the little title card, so I should have probably checked that. But it will be our fatal 4-way match of a complete new superstars. This is our showcase match on Coew of Ed Wrestling Empire Revival. And it is Sorodimon coming out first, the leader of B Squared Industries. Now, you may have heard of this man from some little prick called Little John, but I'm here to give you the rundown. Sorodimon is one of the most intelligent engineers of our time, and he has now decided that he wants to get his hand a little bit in the pro wrestling industry. He wants to step foot into it, maybe achieve some goals after his lofty goals that he's done to make the betterment of different places. He's decided that he wants to see if he can make the world a better place via pro wrestling, and that's why he is here tonight. And he is coming out all business suited up, variation, and he's staring into the crowd that are I don't know if they're on his side or not. It is very much, you know, this is oh, well, that's the answer. The cheers from the crowd there when he put his arms up proves that they're on his side. They're giving him a chance. And honestly, Sorodimon wearing, you know, the battle gear over the suit kind of looks cool, not gonna lie. But Sorodimon marching around the ring, ready to compete, maybe getting his first win in Coew Wrestling. This is not a number one contenders match. This is a showcase match for new wrestlers in Coew Wrestling, because season 4 is going to have some new faces and some old faces, and this is one of them new faces. And Sorodimon getting warmed up in the ring. And the next person coming out, another debuting superstar. All of them are debuting, but another one specifically to Coew Wrestling, a Coew Wrestling exclusive wrestler, as I should say. It is Jesus. Why is it? Okay, so superstar in that locker room is being paid to compete. So spare me the sob story. So, a Coew Wrestling... Sorry, guys. I just got blown away, literally and figuratively, by that pyro. That was an explosion on the ramp. Fire marshals are probably not going to be happy with us. But we are here with Jester, another Coew Wrestling exclusive wrestler. He is wanting to take on the world. He wants to gain championships, as well as mostly every wrestler wants to take on championships. But Jester has one mission, and that is to prove to everybody that he can hang with the best, and he is going to do that in Coew Wrestling. He's calling out the big names, but he's got to start somewhere, and that's what the showcase match is. And speaking of someone else that is now making their entrance, well, I don't think this man needs any introduction, but maybe some people do. This is Ilya Dragunov. This is the Mad Dragon. Okay, I don't know how to say this, but the Tsar. This man is absolutely fucking insane. In the nicest way that I can possibly say it, he is insane. He has insane tolerance of pain. He puts himself through so much pain. He lives through pain just to wrestle. And he enjoys it. And not only does he enjoy it, but it fuels him. And he's like a ticking time bomb in every single match. And I would not bet against Ilya Dragunov. Ilya Dragunov is possibly, in my eyes, a future world champion. Because he is on the level that Malachi Black is on, that is Edward P123 is on, that Top is on, and I can see him going into those matches in the Satan's Death match and just smiling whilst having like the most barbaric match possible. The fact that there's concrete on the floor, he's probably going to be happy if he gets thrown on it, because he thrives off of pain and he is so resilient. And so like Ilya Dragunov is the wild card in this match. Mainly because I don't know who can beat him. He is almost unstoppable. But with that being said, there is one other wrestler who may be able to beat him, because he has done before, and it is Gunther. This man, former name was Walter, and I wish I could use that name, but you know, we don't want to dead name people, so we're going to stick to Gunther. This man is called the Ring General. This man has held... I don't even know how to describe it. But this man is... And also I just realised that there's error commentary here. Fuck off.
And don't forget, unrelenting. Gunther never lets up, and never backs down.
He has his personal announcers, I guess. Shut the fuck up. Who are you? Get off my headset. Fuck off.
That you fear him.
Go away. Security, get these people out of there. Security? Security. Right. Yep, you get these guys out of here. Get them out. Guns for doing this, like, undress thing. These men, right, get out of here. You're not meant to be here. Fuck. Who are you people? Get out of here. Leave. Get out the fuck out of here. Get out of here. Go. Kicking off the match here tonight, the referee ringing that bell, and it is now after we've removed those, like, intruders that were doing commentary. Hopefully they weren't here the entire time. We have ejected them out of the building, and immediately Ilya Dragunov is going... Oh, no, not Ilya Dragunov's not going after Saradomon. Saradomon's choking out Ilya Dragunov. Gunther immediately trying to take down Jester. Jester, the smallest and agile person in this match. Jester immediately going in for a neck breaker. Down into the canvas, going in for a suplex from Ilya Dragunov to Saradomon. Saradomon apparently... I don't know if Saradomon's the biggest person in this match, or if it's Gunther. I think it's Gunther. It's just, you know, the suit is making it look like Saradomon is the most biggest person in this match. Jester with a Hurricane Runner to Ilya Dragunov. The first person who gets a pinfall or a submission is the winner here. DDT from Jester to Ilya Dragunov. Saradomon with a dropkick to the spine. Immediately, and going in for a quick pickup, going in with a grapple to head quickly with a Gibson choke, and Gunther is now working with Saradomon to take down Jester. Jester with a fiery comeback. Meanwhile, this should not be overlooked. Ilya Dragunov got a baseball bat and slided it into the ring. Already a weapon is being introduced. Shotgun dropkick taking down Ilya Dragunov. Ilya Dragunov quickly getting up off of it though, and immediately targeting Gunther. Saradomon, after seeing Jester coming for him, quickly slide down to take out his legs and has gone to the concrete floor. And now quickly Gunther moving Saradomon over to the ropes, throwing him down before stomping on his chest, and Jester with a kendo stick smashing Dragunov in the face with it, and now lashing to the spine. Quick shot to the back, and now being thrown inside the ring. Gunther going to throw Jester into the ring apron face first, dropping him on it and throwing Ilya Dragunov into the ring, but Jester quickly with an arm drag, using Lucha Libre training that he's got from the Coew Wrestling training facilities to quickly outsmart Gunther there. Saradomon did a curb stomp with tying up the man's arms behind his back before dropping him on the ground, and then Jester came in with a flurry of kicks. Ilya Dragunov with a suplex right there. Gunther looking for a weapon on the outside. That is a sledgehammer. This man is going to break Jester with a sledgehammer straight to the rib cage. And Saradomon inside the ring, going after Ilya Dragunov. While fighting on the outside would probably be more profitable, that man just landed like back of the neck first on like a sledgehammer. Well, it was back first, but still, like, the back of the neck was what hit the hammer. Big chop from Gunther. That is one thing for sure. Gunther's chops are brutal. It sounds like a gunshot. I know that for a fact. I've been to a real wrestling show where that has happened in attendance. It sounds like a literal gunshot from like the entire stadium. And now going in for a cover after a spear, and Dragunov breaking up the pinfall. And that is the important thing of this match. This is the difference between a Mayhem Juniors match and this match specifically. There is only one pinfall and one submission. This is not an elimination match. You need to be careful. And what is Dragunov looking at doing? Well, Dragunov, I think, was just stopped because of Jester there. Jester, I think, just did a power slam onto Gunther. Quick senton from Dragunov, and immediately Jester going in for a top rope Hurricanrana. Immediately, Jester going in, grabbing all the title. thrown at the side of Gunther's head. Just a steel chair jeeted at the side of his head right there. And Saradamon looking for a big move there, quickly being stopped in its tracks, going in for a jawbreaker takedown, dusted out of her. And then quickly with a elbow strike straight to the face, Gunther looking in for that overhand chop, but again the kicks taking down Gunther. And that is, again, what I'd like to say, Jester's got the quickness advantage in this. Saradamon probably got the striking exchange, maybe Gunther got the striking exchange of the power. And Jester with a sit down. And look at that face paint already deteriorating, and a quick little breakup of the pinfall right there from Ilya Dragunov. Ilya Dragunov was the one that literally kicked him in the chest. It may have looked like that Gunther kicked out, but it was Dragunov that did help push the momentum. And I think, did he just like jab him in the gut with the kendo stick? And also the running knee strike, quickly taking out Jester there. Jester a bit groggy right now while Saradamon is trying to get up out of here. And Torpedo Moscow! Diving headbutt, Jester don't even know where he is, and Saradamon barely kicking out right there. That was just out of the corner after being brutalized, just immediately launching himself like a lung dart. Again, as I have said before, quickly going in for another sit down finish, and again Gunther breaking up the pinfall, unfortunately for Jester. But as I was saying before, I interrupted myself to quickly give commentary on what Dragunov did. Dragunov was beaten up in the corner, and then immediately, out of just like realizing there's an opportunity, launched himself headfirst with a Torpedo Moscow straight into his opponent to get the win, and that could have gotten the win. But it was the resiliency also of Saradamon that made him kick out. Gunther with the powerbomb, that could have been the end, but again Saradamon keeping this match like going, and that is what you need to do. You need to keep breaking up pinfalls. You need to make sure that two of your opponents are outside the ring or out of commission, and then after that you need to make sure that you can get the win. And like, everybody's going to take opportunities, and if the people are on the outside, they can just wait until you hit your finish, fray out the ring, and then just win it off of that. Again, another shotgun dropkick from Jester. Jester's literally fighting every single person in the ring right now. No matter size, build, or whatever, he is going after literally everyone he can. Gunther with a forearm strike straight to the face, and Jester rebound with a clothesline. Quickly going to the outside, Saradamon after hitting a couple moves on Ilya Dragunov, but Dragunov on the outside trying to get his breath back in before he gets back into the ring. Going after Jester, quickly grabbing hold of him and looking to probably hit a dangerous move quickly with an overhead underhook suplex, or hammerlock suplex I should say, my apologies. And then quickly going back into the ring with a steel chair, trying to hit Saradamon there, but Saradamon did not react to it at all. Russian leg sweep from Saradamon, and looking for the octopus hold in the submission. Saradamon may be getting a victory by his submission. I don't think Jester has seen it, but quickly that has been broken out of or released, and quickly Jester going in for a dropkick to the spine, looking for the cover here. Gunther rolling in, and Saradamon quickly kicking out, and Jester beside himself, looking around. Unsure what to do next, but quickly going after Dragunov, probably a good idea. Kendo stick straight to the eye socket. Oh, and with kendo sticks, it's all about like the wood splintering it off as well, and the lashings that you can get from the kendo stick itself. Saradamon didn't manage to break up the pin, but Jester managed to get out of it. And the kendo sticks are used as a punishment weapon, as a deterrent in like Japanese like dojos. Like, that is a genuine thing, and it hurts a lot. It can make you bleed if you take it, like, the strikes really hard. And, like, taking one to the eye is probably not a good idea. And a quick sit down onto the chest, probably trying to concave it with his big sloppy cheeks right there. But that didn't really work, and now Gunther going over to put Ilya Dragunov on the ropes. Ilya Dragunov throwing Gunther over to the outside. The only real thing saving him there was the fact that Gunther landed on his feet. Saradamon did a rolling flatliner. And a DT on the concrete thrower. Oh, neck first on concrete. Oh, everybody doing DDTs now. Everybody's using that concrete to its full advantage. Jester being thrown straight into the steel steps and on like the rigid side as well. That is pain. Jester and Sorodimon now working together with a Russian leg sweep on the outside on the concrete. I don't know which one would have hurt more because everybody's landed on their backs on the concrete. And Gunther quickly with a shotgun dropkick. I've probably taken more of the brunt of the damage because it's on the outside. These people need to get back into the ring. Whether they will or not is a different topic, but they do need to get back into the ring. Immediately going up, going in for a powerbomb. Punching into the head. German suplex onto the concrete floor. Jester's neck is probably dust at the moment. He has been German suplex on the concrete floor. He has been, like, just multiple times. And has also been DDT'd on it. And amongst other things. Not to mention that he's also been driven into the steel steps repeatedly. Quickly, Octopus, not Octopus, a stretch plum. Or not a stretch plum, but like a stretch hold. Admin stretch, I think, if I remember the moves names. And a quick head scissors takedown onto the concrete. A quick kick to Jester, just insult from injury. And a quick lariat on the outside, a standing lariat. And DT on the concrete again. Jester is moving away from the action, which was probably a good idea, but immediately rushing back into it, probably trying to build up momentum. And Gunther is now going in to, like, throwing Jester into the ring, which might be a bad idea because Jester has a weapon, but Jester going back to the outside, not willing to take the safety of the inside, and is willing to fight on the outside. Throwing Gunther in the ring. And immediately dropping Sorodimon on the concrete backdrop driver. Immediately Dragunov just thrown in the corner. They are attracted to that corner. Like, I think they think the steps are there and it's got no collision. But that is besides the point. Again, the stick being thrown to Dragunov's face. Gunther throwing in Sorodimon. It's almost like they throw in the person and then forget that they've thrown them in. Sorodimon actually staying in the ring, which is probably a smart strategy. Is to not get involved in the beatings that happen outside. I say that, I think Sorodimon's going to head to the outside. That was correct. But immediately Gunther, seeing him, immediately just tries to do a German suplex on the concrete floor. Jester and I don't even know if that move even connected, but both men are standing up. Quick chops to the face, a forearm to the smash, immediately thrown into the ring. Will Ilya Dragunov, no, actually in the ring. Oh my god, this is wrestling. Dragunov looking to hit a Torpedo Moscow, trying to get the crowd fired up before he lands it. Nails Jester in the face with a Torpedo Moscow, and on the outside, Gunther's looking in a sleeper hold. This might actually be it. And Jester has been pinned, meaning that Ilya Dragunov is your winner of tonight's match. And honestly, everybody performed very well in that match. I am proud of every single person who debuted there. Jester definitely put up more of a fight across every single one of them at one stage, like literally taking on all odds. But like I said, the Mad Dragon, I do not know who can beat this man from the fact that he can take every single pain that is dished to him in stride. And you know what? Congratulations to Ilya Dragunov. You got your first win in Coew Wrestling, but also congratulations to everybody else for putting up like a good show, a good showing. And hopefully we'll see every single one of these wrestlers continuing on this series. Our next match of the evening will be a triple threat. It'll be a triple threat match for the number one contender for the Coew Wrestling Women's Championship, with two wrestlers that have been on this show before, as well as a new debuting superstar, and it is Dakota Kai coming out. Actually, I would say that it was two people. I can't remember when Dakota Kai has been on this show. She probably has been, but also she might. Yeah, she definitely is, because she came on this show as the Team Kick Dakota, which may have been this one as well. I guess you can call this Team Kick Dakota. But this was before she got her mean streak on, and ready to actually boot off heads, and it was more of like the, wow, I'm super positive, like happy person. But Dakota Kai means business now. And Dakota Kai looking to get a shot at her first Cultivated Wrestling Women's Championship. And with that being said, our next woman that is about to come out here, which I think I know who it is Loki. Loki, a former leader of the women's division, winning the Cultivated Wrestling Women's Championship, being the longest reigning Cultivated Wrestling Women's Champion, and looking to get another shot at this. She had recently lost to Zero. She has lost her title to Zero before, but she's planning on gaining it back, and she's willing to do that any means necessary. And Loki coming out with a little bit more green hair than she did before, and is just, she's ready to fucking throw down if she needs to, bringing that Yorkshire attitude with her. And again, kind of like Ilya Dragunov, she's the wild card, but she doesn't thrive off of pain like Dragunov. But she is definitely the brawler in this situation. She has the brawling advantage. Dakota Kai has a sort of technical, I guess, advantage, if you really think about it, even though her kicks may be deadly. But with the new superstar coming out, we're going to see how this is going to happen, because I don't understand this. And it is the Unseen Demon. And Unseen be marching down to the ring, haggard as all. The whole video, like, Unseen so haggard that the screen had to go black and white, just for this. Just marching down to the ring. Also, Unseen wearing high heel. That's spiked up elbow pads. Okay, so whenever there's an elbow strike, those spikes are going to be digging in and causing a lot of damage. That should really be banned. I don't know why Cultivated Wrestling Management always allows wrestlers to wear these. Because it is a danger to wrestlers. But hey, I'm not management, okay? Listen, I don't run management here. I am just the color commentator and the lead commentator and the only commentator that doesn't get paid enough for this. But we'll see how this goes. Unseen in the ring, making his her debut. And now we have Loki as well as Dakota Kai. The match has been started. Unseen is still wearing the dress. Like, wrestling in the dress. That is commendable, because that could get tricky. But also there is like cuts over there. So it is movable. And now fighting in the corner, Unseen being thrown into there. Loki, well, a back shot with an overhand like strike, and Loki immediately dominating the thing. Loki with experience, one of the few wrestlers that was in season 1 all the way up to season 4. And one of, like I said, a former leader of this women's division. And this is, if you can pin Loki in this match, you don't need to, but if you can pin Loki, that is a huge step in like your credibility in this company. And again, Exploder into the corner. Unseen now rocking in some of them punches before hitting an Exploder on Dakota Kai. Unseen now throwing into the corner before Loki with a clothesline takedown. Smashing that arm into the canvas, stomp to the face. And again, another punch to the face. And a big pump kick from Dakota Kai, taking down Loki, being like, nah, I bet you ain't staying down. Again, team kick leader, very good with those educated feet. You know, you don't want to get in range, in kicking range of Dakota Kai, but also you don't want to get in punching range of Loki, because Loki will fuck you up with them fists. Like, there have been multiple times that Loki has just beaten people by just bludgeoning their head and throwing all caution to the wind. Dakota Kai now locking in some stiff strikes there, and again with the kicks, scorpion kick straight to the back of the head. Well, it's not a scorpion kick. Scorpion one is where she goes overhead, which that wasn't really a scorpion kick, but ew. Commentators, we make mistakes, and I would like to correct myself on that. Immediately going to the outside, a weapon's being used. Every match so far has used weapons, and the next match is the 6-man ladder match, so there's going to be more weapons being used, definitely in that one. Trust me, it's not always just weapons all the time. Oh, sledgehammer to the spine! And right in the stomach as well. Oh, good. Coew just taking out Dakota Kai when she was trying to do a pump kick. I don't know how Loki is still in this. Like, that was a sledgehammer to the spine. If you ever taken a hammer to the spine, you probably would be paralyzed. That would take out a lesser person. But Loki somehow fighting through the pain. And immediately again straight into the abdomen, right in the kidney now. And again into the stomach. Dakota Kai just using that hammer as a great effect to take down Loki, and just inverted power slam just straight down into the, not even the canvas, it's the concrete. It's just pure concrete. Oh, good dive! Oh, that dive did not work in Dakota Kai's favor. Dakota Kai crashed and burned, and that is the risk that you take whenever you do dives, ladies and gentlemen. This is why some wrestlers are like, you should not dive. That is bad. Backdrop driver right into the concrete as well. The concrete is being used to great effect on this special show. Why did we not afford concrete when we can afford this venue in Italy? Like, come on. Why is this a thing? And immediately, Unseen going in and biting the ear of Dakota Kai before smashing her head into the ground. Oh god, a sledgehammer straight to the side of the head as well from Loki to Unseen. Unseen, she is having some very big troubles on the floor right now. And then being lifted up. Oh, being thrown over into the ring. Ring apron being smashed shoulder first. Dakota Kai on the like in the ring right now, standing, waiting for one of them to get in. Loki being thrown in, and I think Dakota Kai is going to pick up the pieces I have committed. I have predicted correctly. And now Unseen trying to come in, causing some mischief. And oh, wait a minute, looking in for a roll up. Oh, and into a, I don't even know what submission hold this is, but this is a submission nonetheless. And immediately getting broken out of it. Unseen does not want to be in there for a long period of time, and honestly, that is probably a good idea. Going in for the cover, but not even a 1 count happened there. Loki now going in, hitting a DDT, but Unseen fighting out of it. Unseen is looking to possibly hit her own DDT. No, double on the hook. Oh, Tiger Driver. Not Tiger Driver, Tiger Powerbomb. We just called the Tiger Driver, but there's like different versions of the Tiger Bomb. You know what? It's probably like the Liger Bomb. That would probably be a better name for it. There's like a lot of Japanese names for those moves. Candlestick trying to be used, but immediately Unseen dodged out the way of it. Both women of Loki and Dakota Kai are in the ring. Elbow strikes being exchanged, as we can currently see. Dakota Kai being dragged more closer to the ring and dropped down on the knees, taking down Dakota Kai. Cave-in straight to Unseen, making Unseen flip through the air from how much force is being used there. And now Loki may be looking for the finishing moves on Dakota Kai. Oh, what is the plan here? Dakota Kai being lifted up into the rack attack. Quickly with a cutter straight down to the floor. Baseball bat being introduced once again. Whoever keeps putting the weapons back underneath the... Oh my god! Okay. That was a top rope leg drop that was about to be hit, but then got dodged by Dakota Kai. And immediately going in for the pinfall there. Unseen thought that a big boot can take down Dakota Kai, but it did not. And Loki with a neck breaker immediately taking down Unseen, knowing that Loki could have lost the match right there. And so trying to take out her opponent. And that is a smart strategy. Taking out your opponent so then they can't win. It's almost like that's the whole fucking point of a wrestling match. And just using that bat like a fucking, like, just going wild with it. Like, Loki may have just lost her mind. But Unseen quickly using all the strength that she has to hit an exploder. And stomp to the gut. Looking for a knee to the spine. Unseen again looking for another knee to the spine. Oh. Quickly with a spinning sidewalk slam. Unseen blocking Loki from hitting a big boot there by being in the way. Inadvertently saving, not saving, but inadvertently costing Loki the chance to hit the big boot. And now going in for the pinfall. This camera angle's very sus, cameraman. And now we're going in for Loki to get back into the ring. Dakota Kai looking to get onto the top rope. And Loki not really wanting to waste time. Forearm takedown and taking them off the top rope. Grounding Dakota Kai, which is probably a good idea. And immediately looking in for a sharpshooter. What is this? There's a sharpshooter triangle like lock. New submission's been brought out today, which is really cool to see. Like all the wrestlers like using these new submission holds, and again being broken up. These two women keep breaking up these submission holds, and again biting the neck now of Loki when it was the ear before for Dakota Kai, probably because the mask is in the way. Unseen. Looking to possibly get the win here after the bite. And Dakota Kai immediately breaking it up. Again, Dakota Kai making sure that this is not going to end badly for her. She wants the win. She wants to become #1 contender for the Coew Wrestling Women's Championship. That belt means so much to this company and means so much to people. Didn't expect that to end like that, but Dakota Kai winning off of a detonation kick. And is now your new #1 contender for the Coew Wrestling Women's Championship. And there you go. She is celebrating in the ring. Congratulations to Dakota Kai for picking up the victory. That one detonation kick probably knocked out Unseen completely. And the fun thing. And that, like, all you need is just the perfect hit on some moves. And then you can pick up the win. And that's what happened. So yeah, congratulations to Dakota. And whoever is the Coew Wrestling Women's Champion at the end of tonight's show will know who she will be challenging. And we are back in Colt of Edward Wrestling. And it's time for our 6-man ladder match with our first contestant making his debut in Coew Wrestling. It is Dirty Dominic Mysterio. That motherfucker who's deciding to wear a bandana and looking like a little fucking piece of shit he is. Let me tell you who this piece of shit is right here. This man attacked his father for no good reason. Because he was jealous about him working with Edge and not him at Clash at the Castle. On a show that we're not going to talk about. Well, not the show, but like the company that we're not going to talk about. This man then worked with his mommy, Rhea Ripley, and then broke her heart by cheating on her with another person called Liv Morgan. This man is a slimy snake that I absolutely despise and has the worst facial hair ever. That I don't know if it's even he has now. He hopefully shaved it, but he is. I don't know why we booked him, honestly. I don't know why. Because if I was the booker, I would not give this guy a fucking job. But, you know, you can't argue with the fact that the fans hate him. And that he's a sack of shit and that gets heat. And, you know, people want to watch him get beaten up. So maybe put him in this ladder match just to beat his ass. Who knows? I just know for a fact that I want to jump over this commentary table and slap the shit out of him. Because everything about him makes me sick. Like that is just 100%. Like, I'm being real with you on that front. Dominic has won two singles titles in his illustrious career of being an absolute cunt, and hopefully he will not win another one tonight. And now we're going on to our next contestant that is going into this ladder match, and this person, his name is, if he'll come out, it's very much a long wait. Oh, it is Adam Cole. Adam Cole has been in Coew Wrestling before many of times, and Adam Cole, I guess the audio didn't pick up for the Adam Cole baby right there, but Adam Cole has been commentary. Didn't add baby at the end. That's not commentary, the announcer. But back to Adam Cole here. Adam Cole has been in Coew Wrestling before. In fact, he has wrestled 4 titles before, but has never won a single title. In fact, he's actually lost more matches than he won. And he's on the struggling end of Coew Wrestling. So maybe, hopefully, that this match tonight, he can get the victory. And not only get the victory, but get it decisively so that then he can, put his name in Coew Wrestling and actually be taken seriously. Because he wants to be taken seriously. It's just, it's been unlucky. It's been bad luck all the way throughout all of his matches where he's just kept losing all the time. But with that being said, our next contestant that is going to come out now, at any moment, it is Orange Cassidy making his debut. Orange Cassidy, what can I say about him? He is a generational talent that somehow, like, he does incredible feats of athleticism. He is athletic as hell. But also at the same time, he's one of the most laziest wrestlers. He can somehow beat his opponents with as little effort as possible. And all he needs to do is hit you with an orange punch, you're out, and then he can just lazily pin you. He doesn't usually put a lot of effort into things. But that's not to say that he is a bad wrestler. No. He is one of the best wrestlers out there in the planet. It's just he does things differently. And not only does he does things differently, but he does it in a way which benefits him. And, like, Orange could win this ladder match. In my opinion, Orange could win the ladder match and be, like, people doubting him, people don't think that he would be good in this sort of environment. All he needs to do is just climb the ladder and then get the title, and then he's champion. And he can defend it for a long while, because, 2-time international champion in a different company with 3 letters that we don't want to say as well. He has proven that he is he can hang with the best. And so I'm just wondering when Orange Cassidy was going to come over to Coew Wrestling, and he is here now. Unfortunately, he's in the ring with that piece of shit Dominic Mysterio, and fortunately with Adam Cole, because, Adam Cole's actually, someone we wanted in this match. And now it's time for our Coew Wrestling Flyweight Champion, not coming out with the belt, but that doesn't mean he is the champion because the belt is hanging off of the ceiling right now, which is not really the ceiling, it's more the scaffolding that we have. It is Pete Dunne. Thank you very much, announcer, for saying Pete Dunne and not the forbidden name. Pete Dunne marching down to the ring. Pete Dunne being one of the few flyweight champions ever. If we go down the history of flyweight champions, LP123 is the first ever holder of the flyweight championship. Then it went to Kota Ibushi, and then this man, Pete Dunne. There has only been 3 champions, and you may think, oh, the title's not been around that long then. No, Pete Dunne has held it for so long. Kota Ibushi's held it for so long. It's the title that nobody seems to let go once they win it, and this is a huge challenge for Pete now, because it's been 2 years since he's faced in the flyweight division, and not only that, but in those 2 years, he's gotten other opportunities, obviously, so he doesn't have the ring rust, but he's now going straight back into the division with 5 other dudes, and some of them being new that he has never faced before, but someone who he has faced, and recently, might I add, and is a debut in Coew Wrestling, it's now Trick Williams. If we had Booker T here, Booker T would be singing along with his music, but we don't have him because we don't have the budget for that. And Trick Williams is coming out tonight to make a statement of being a flyweight champion. Trick Williams is a 2-time NXT champion in a company that we don't want to mention with 3 names, 3 letters. Trick Williams has been in a team with Carmelo Hayes called Trick Mello Gang, and he has proven himself. Like, he's been in these situations with these multi-man matches. It was more of a, like, I think it was the Deadline Gauntlet. I don't know, like, what the official name was for the match. But he's been in the situations where he had to face multiple other wrestlers in order to get to the position that he is in now. He has had to do that multiple times, and I do think that he can. No, he doesn't need to prove himself. He already has in other companies, but he should at least get a taste of what he can do in the ring tonight. And I am eager to see what Trick Williams would do. But with that being said, it is now time for another superstar in Wesley. Wesley, part of MSK in the past. Before he obviously turned on the Rascals MSK, all the teams that he's been a part of. He's one of the greatest North American champions, and again, the company that we don't want to really name. He has also been a 2-time tag team champions in the past, and as you can see, very much the energetic one. Probably one of the people who, when you picture the flyweight division, you probably picture someone like Wesley. And that's not to say Wesley is a bad wrestler or whatever, or like, you know, he's the typical cookie cutter flyweight wrestler. Because, you know, we have Pete Dunne and all that sort of stuff. But he is the most agile one in this match. I would say that he is probably one of the fastest people in this match out of everybody. Pete Dunne's got the technical capabilities. Orange Cassidy has got that sort of, I guess, confidence, or like, it's not lack of confidence, but it's, I don't know what else to call what Orange Cassidy has. He just has an intangible asset. There is 3 ladders being pushed into the ring already, and Pete is going for the title. Wesley looking for a weapon. Dominic Mysterio, he will somehow break the rules. Somehow. I don't know how, but he will. Wesley, what are you doing? But Pete is getting the title. I don't think anybody's stopping Pete. Wesley is just standing. I don't think he knows how to push the ladder while holding the kendo stick. And
here is your winner, and still action light heavyweight champion, the Bruiser.
I guess nobody noticed that Pete Dunne was climbing the ladder apart from Wesley, who couldn't choose to put down the kendo stick or fight. But Pete Dunne is still your flyweight champion. Won the ladder match, I think, in less than a minute. I want a timer on this. It is time for our Cult of Ed Wrestling Open Challenge. For the Cult of Ed Wrestling Hardcore Championship in a Satan's Death match, which the referee has just explained. It's a 2 out of 3 falls death match. And yeah, we're going to see who is going to come out first. Will be the mystery person, and I am unsure who it is. Oh, I think I might know who it is by a little bit of the graphics that has been played. Oh, this ain't good. Why, it is CM Punk has answered the challenge, making his Cult of Ed Wrestling debut, and he is going straight for a hardcore title. And the crowd is chanting his name. Oh, this is gonna be... Oh, it's clobbering time. If you do not know who CM Punk is, that is your fault. This man has been, like... I don't want to say like worship like a god in wrestling, but he has a literal cult fan base that has wanted him to return to wrestling for so long, and he did. Like 2 years ago, he returned to wrestling, and it was great. Or 2 or 3 years ago, I guess now. But he was gone for so long, and then people always wanted him. Hell, we wanted him in Cult of Ed Wrestling, but he wouldn't come, and now he's making his debut here after being in AEW, going back to the other company. I shouldn't really say AEW because we don't want to get sued. But, like, he is now here in Cult of Ed Wrestling. And he's gotten a lot of injuries as well since he's returned. He's had his biceps torn, like, twice. He's had, like, a knee injury or, like, a foot injury. And now he's going into a death match against the king of the death match. Literally someone who is known for being vicious and absolutely destructive. And there is Edward P123, one part of the Art of Suffering tag team with Top, and he is just staring down the ring, and I'm unsure, honestly, if Punk wants to win this, like, get in this match. Like, Punk is already in the ring, alright? He's already accepted the open challenge. That decision is final. I mean, that person in the crowd, that is factually wrong, because Edward P123 is one of the most illustrious people in this company. He has won the Coew Wrestling Heavyweight Championship at least 7 times. He has won the Hardcore Championship once in his most recent victory on the last special show. He has also won the Tag Team Championships with 4 different partners. Kyle Hope, Reese, I don't want to say Spook, it is Steel Soldier, and now with Top. He has won all of these belts through all effort and has been around since season 1 and has been one of the, like, this is his match specialty. He is the king of the deathmatch for a reason. And he's only recently won this belt, and he said, like, if anybody wants to challenge me, if they think that they can take him down, or they're suicidal, bring it. And this is now the Hardcore Championship. This is the belt that people want to win. This is the belt that they want to fight for. And I don't know if it's wise for CM Punk at this age in his career. At this point in his career, is it worth it to get in the ring in a hardcore setting? I don't know. But the match is happening, and it's happening between these two people. We're showing the belt immediately to CM Punk, being like, this is the title you want. You want to come in here and try to take my championship. He hands it to the referee. The referee about to show the belt to CM Punk. CM Punk looking around. He wants the gold. If CM Punk beats Edward, that is, like, CM Punk doesn't need the name recognition. He's probably, like, even more popular than Edward P123 is, despite Edward P123's accomplishments. And that's me being generous. These two have been in their own, like, I don't want to say eras, but in their own, like, promotions, they have been the top guys in all of them. And CM Punk immediately just being taken on by Edward, and Edward isn't going to let CM Punk, like, off the hook. He is going to fight. Oh god, double stomp straight to the ribs. He's going to make CM Punk work for everything he has. And immediately Edward's going for a weapon. Edward's going for a table. Already there's weapons being brought out in the Satan's death match, and CM Punk immediately now fighting back. Quick uppercut, taking down Edward and going in for a knee drop straight to the ribs. My best advice for CM Punk is to just make sure that, like, Edward does not get anywhere near weapons. Edward P123, when he gets a weapon, when he's in his element, that's a barbed wire baseball bat. Okay, that also works. That's the first time that we've had barbed wire introduced into the show, and CM Punk landed back first onto the barbed wire baseball bat. Oh no. Okay, so this is gonna get more violent than I thought, because there's literal barbed wire now being used. That is a barbed wire bat. I don't. That has not happened in any of these shows. There's been bats that have had, like, you know, a snap of the fingers, like bats with, like metal, like, balls attached to them. That is to, like, hurt more. But that is a barbed wire. That's a light tube. Why do you have a? Oh god! Okay, a light tube just cracked across CM Punk's stomach. Punk's still in this fight. Like, it is one light tube, but that is glass. That is glass. Anaconda Vice on the ground, on the concrete floor, in a Saints Death match. You can get pinfalls or submissions anywhere. Edward managing to break out of that, luckily. Oh no, not the death sentence. Oh, German suplex into the barricade. Hit with a Rainmaker. CM Punk already out. Referee sliding in. 1, 2, 3. And CM Punk's already... Oh no. Okay, 1 point to Edward. And I don't know how much CM Punk got left in the tank. Like, this match may not be super long, but again, a light tube to across the stomach. That is shards of glass probably still stuck inside of CM Punk. And also the concrete floor that we've talked about before. CM Punk going for the GTS! Honestly, clocking Edward into the jaw. This might actually help get another point in the board. No, Edward quickly kicking out. Edward just down on the ground. Not move. That is a fucking door. Punk grabbing a door and just shoving it in Edward's face and just throwing it on him. There's a literal door being used. Edward immediately with the elbows trying to break out of it. Trying to not have to like stay near the outside. Throwing CM Punk actually into the barricade. And a quick kick around that, like roundhouse kick to the head of CM Punk, trying to knock him out. 1, and only a kick out at 1. Punk still in the fight. I'm concerned what weapons there are. Like a trash can is just normal at this point, and I think CM Punk literally got hit by that, but it also could have been no, not another light tube across the back of the head. Oh, this is a punishment. This is brutal. Oh god, that bin is not playing ball right now. CM Punk needs to get Edward into the ring and probably get the barbed wire baseball bat and use it against him, because it's not going well at the moment. Anaconda Vice on the outside again. Referee looking to check for a submission hold, like if the submission's going to go through, but Edward again breaking out of it. Edward has not taken that much damage in this. He hasn't used weapons on him. It's mainly just a concrete floor. Oh god, double underhook. Oh, double underhook suplex to the concrete floor. The matches that have happened so far today has just been brutal. For a trash can. Oh no. Okay, is it death sentence? I think it's the death sentence. He's looking for that again. German suplex. Oh, CM Punk knows this time, playing a little bit of them possum games. And now looking for GTS again. CM Punk is looking to beat Everby. 1, 2, 3. GTS going in for the cover. The camera, I guess we're looking at a fan cam right now. 1, 2, and a 3 count. Okay, both men are 1 apiece. Whoever gets the next fall will be the Coew Wrestling Hardcore Champion in this Satan's Deathmatch Open Challenge. Which I shouldn't really say the Open Challenge anymore. It's just a Satan's Deathmatch with CM Punk and Edward. And oh goodness gracious me. I am still nervous about that barbed wire bat over there. I gotta be 100% honest with you guys. We have never had a barbed wire bat used in Coew Wrestling. We never had light tubes used, and we already seen like 2 light tubes cracked open on CM Punk, and he's busted open. Dropped headfirst in the barricade. He's busted open. He's bleeding. This is the brutality you can expect in these sorts of matches. Like this is. Oh god! Suplex into a powerbomb. Oh goodness. No, Edward. Oh, okay, Edward's got a barbed wire bat. Oh shit. Oh god, right on his. I think that was his previously injured ankle that I mentioned about earlier. And just smashing it across CM Punk's ankle, trying to obliterate it. And now. Just, yeah. I don't know how to describe it. Like, Edward is, I guess, just playing with CM Punk. Edward has actually done super well in keeping CM Punk grounded, and oh god, right with a boot to the face. Punk's temple on like his left side of his head seems to be bleeding. This camera angle is so ass. Who hired this camera angle? Is this a fan cam again? It's that white dude in the blue shirt. Alright, I see you, man, alright? You need to have like better camera angles. Stop having like the Nokia phone. CM Punk with some slaps, fighting back, spinning back fist. And CM Punk looking for the GTS again. Nails it. Oh. CM Punk only needs to get the pinfall victory here, and he could win. 1, 2, 3. Oh my god! In LP123's first defense, CM Punk managed to out-survive him. CM Punk not using any weapons. Managed to beat LP123 to get the hardcore title immediately. Like, I just want to point out, LP123 only just recently won that belt. Like, when I mean recently, it was a couple of years ago, but won it after the last special show. CM Punk has now got this belt. And CM Punk bleeding from like the eyebrow, maybe even an eye socket, celebrating with his new title. Congratulations to CM Punk on his debut and title victory against LP123. And LP123 just looks despondent on the outside. We'll come back to you later, but on to our next match, the semi-main event, which will be between Sparkle Siren and Zero for the Coew Wrestling Women's Championship. Right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back to our semi-main event.
And is for the Women's Action Heavyweight Championship.
That is close enough. It's for the Women's Coew Wrestling Championship, and it is between Sparkle Siren, the original main leading face in the women's division, versus our current champion, Zera. And as you can see, all pink everywhere for this, because Sparkle Siren is known for her pink looks. And I'm wondering where she is. It's very dimly lit, apart from like the pink sparkles. And there she is, and Jesus Christ, her eyes glow in the dark. It is almost pitch black from how this is. And Sparkle Siren marching on down to the ring. And now marching on down to the ring. So Sparkle Soldier, quick history lesson. Sparkle Soldier is a multiple times women's champion. She had taken actually a whole season off at one point, and has not really been around that much, but had then made a comeback in some capacities through some special shows. But now she's planning to win back the title that she claimed made relevant in Coew Wrestling. And honestly, like, it's hard to argue, because she was one of the first dominant women's champions on this show. She had that belt for so long. She's had it for multiple shows. She had a faction with Steel Soldier and LP123. Like, that was a genuine thing. Like, they all worked together. And now Sparkle is ready to pick up where she left off. All pink hair, no blonde. And now it is time for Zera to come on out. Zera coming out with the hockey mask, still with the new attitude, no longer toothpaste looking ass. And ready to shine the spotlight on Zera with the Coew Wrestling Women's Championship, the new Coew Wrestling Women's Championship around her waist. And she is taking on the crowd's applause right there. She is ready to go to war. And backstage we talked to Zera, and Zera said that she doesn't care who stands in her way, but the only thing that aggravates her more than having to defend her title, than having to prove herself 2 years after she won it in the Chaos Chamber, is that she has to fight this pink, dressed up, like, trying to be spooky but isn't spooky person. And she isn't intimidated from Sparkle. In fact, it's one of the only people who isn't intimidated from Sparkle. And it's mainly because she hates the color pink. She just hates people who wear pink. Like, you can dress up as Barbie all you want, but you're going to get slapped the shit out of, you're going to get dropped on your face, and then you're going to lose to the champ. And that's what Zera's motto is. Zera has brutalized people. She has literally dropped someone face first onto steel to win this belt. And, you know, I can see concrete around the ring. I don't know if things will go lightly. The only thing that is, you know, that Zera can't do is use weapons. Like, she can't use weapons in this match because this match is a normal sanctioned match. DQ happens if you hit someone with a belt. If you go outside the ring for more than 10 seconds, you'll be counted out. But one thing I know for sure is that Zera will not take the easy way out. She would want to win this match dominantly and prove to everybody why she is the champion that she is today. Why she is the women's champion and why that means so much to her. And I'm looking forward to it because I know Sparkle isn't the pushover. Sparkle will fight to the nail. She has fought against bigger women and she has fought against people who have been determined. Literally, the rival with her and Pandora was the thing that set off season 1 to a great start. So seeing this match happening right now, the past of the division versus the present, this is going to be interesting.
And her opponent from North Carolina, the Women's Action Heavyweight Champion,
Zera showing off the Colorado Wrestling Women's Championship to her opponent. Look at that stage, I guess. So why was the cameraman just looking at the stage when, like, really you should be focusing on the wrestlers? But hey, referee now showing off the belt. We already had one champ. We had 2 titles changed tonight. Could this be the 3rd one? Who knows? Sparkle Siren. Ready to go. Zera. With the mask on. Now, the advantages that I would give the styles between these two. Sparkle is definitely more of a unpredictable nature due to her losing her sanity a while back. But even with that in tow, I would say that Zera has the more, I don't want to say striking like advantage, but definitely has the more I guess striking would be great, or like power. But Sparkle is more the unpredictable one. And Sparkle was actually getting hit a lot with moves. Or not moves, not Sparkle, it's Zera. And Zera managing to punch to the gut and quickly going in for the behind. Oh god, double hooks! Just double underhook suplex. Or not, is it underhook? It's just like a double hook suplex. And now immediately going to pulverize the knee of Sparkle. Trying to wrench out that knee socket, trying to take out the legs, which is probably a good idea. Just targeting the body parts immediately to make sure Sparkle, whenever she uses those body parts, is going to be a lot harder. And again, targeting the hand once more. Immediately Sparkle flinching from the pain. And Zera just going after that hand. That hand is just being pulverized with stomps from Zera. And now immediately going after the face after stomping on it, like, I think, essentially, like, 9 times. Going in for the pin, I think that, yeah, that's just a 1 count. I think that was just more, that was more to send a message. More than anything. That wasn't a, oh, I think I'm going to beat you. That's just like, get up, kid. Not taking Sparkle seriously. Which might be the downfall, honestly. You need to take Sparkle seriously. Sparkle fighting back into it, using the opposite hand that has been attacked, by the way. Focusing on the other hand. And immediately going after the legs of Zera, trying to drag Zera away from the ropes, which is actually a smart idea, I'm not going to lie. And a quick kick to the side. Quickly with a lift up, going in for a Irish whip. Tried to get Zera in the corner, but immediately Zera dodged out of the way and just paintbrushing her face with the boots there. And Zera immediately just looking for the pedigree. Zera just had enough of this shit. Zera just wants to get it And immediately, oh, looking for the pedigree, quickly dodged out of the way, clothesline takedown. And immediately lifting up, Sparkle going in to the suplex takedown straight into the canvas, and now going in to smashing the back of the head into the canvas. Now lift up, trying to lift Sarah quickly with a hammer strike straight to the spine. Looking in for a stomp to the spine as well. And that elbow drop straight to them titties. And quickly Sarah getting up and going for an overhand strike. But again, Sparkle quickly stopping that into a 7-star lariat, aka a Rainmaker. And Sparkle immediately going from behind. Straight jackets, German suplex, folding up Sarah like a primal accordion. And now going in straight into the cover. 1, 2, and kick out 2. Sarah being taken to you know, like I said, you need to take Sparkle seriously. And she wasn't doing that earlier, and now she's paying the price. Sparkle trying to hit like a spin heel kick there, but then being taken down for size. Sarah trying to get out of the way. A quick kick to the gut, and a Shining Wizard! The Sparkle Wizard from Sparkle Siren, going in for the cover. 1, 2, and a kick out at 2 defiantly, and Sparkle radically getting up. And a quick splash off the top rope to Zera. That Shining Wizard could have ended things. It has ended things in the past. Sparkle hitting that Shining Wizard. Or the Sparkling Wizard, as I should say. But it's not ended things now. And they're now targeting Zera's hand. Zera is on the back foot. Sparkle has managed to get the upper hand in this bout by just intensity at this point. And the paint is starting to get rubbed off the face, probably from the boot strikes, and maybe looking for another Shining Wizard. And she may be hitting it. There she goes, another Shining Wizard. Going in for the pinfall. Is there a rope break? The referee does not see a rope break. We could have a new champion, and we do. Sparkle Siren has picked up the win against Zera and is now your new Coew Edward Wrestling Women's Champion once again. And Sparkle celebrating with the title. Zera on her knees on the outside being checked by medical staff. And well, yeah, that's how it happens. All you need is just that good shot in order to get the victory, and that's what Sparkle did. And Sparkle took advantage of Zera underestimating her and got the win. And this is a lesson for you all. Do not underestimate your opponents no matter what. It's time for the main event of tonight's special show at Coew Edward Wrestling Empire Revival, and as you can see, top the other half of the Art of Suffering has come out. The Coew Edward Wrestling
From the United States of America, weighing in at 238 pounds, Team OP!
You could just say Top there, announcer, but hey, Top making his way down to the ring. His tag partner, LP123, has been taken backstage, and you know, he lost tonight, and that sucks. Like, it sucks for the team. But Top is willing to not make that same mistake and is planning to win the Coew Edward Wrestling Heavyweight Championship, and has been a multi-time Coew Edward Wrestling Heavyweight Champion, a multi-time Coew Edward Wrestling Hardcore Champion, a multi-time Coew Edward Wrestling Tag Team Champion. He is a Grand Slam champion in and of himself, and he is willing to get the heavyweight title again because he wants to keep the top spot. He was one of the 2 people who were in the main event of the biggest show that I have ever run on Coew Edward Wrestling. And that is a factual statement. He was in the main event and he won by fan support. And although he's turned his back on the fans and he doesn't really give a shit about them anymore, and is a long way since then, he is planning to reclaim glory by being the face of the company by winning the heavyweight championship. But he's got 2 men that he has to beat before he can even get the right to call himself a heavyweight champion, and one of them is coming out right now, and I think I know who it is from the red static. It is the person that only has, again, 3 letters in his name. The bald man with the red headphones. It is Jim. Jim is the literal belt collector of Coew Wrestling. He came in with the Progress Wrestling Heavyweight Championship in his first match. In his second match, he won the Coew Wrestling Heavyweight Championship. After he lost that, he won the Hardcore title in his next fight. Held that for a long time. Lost it due to injury, but when he came back, immediately won it again. And then after losing that, won the Heavyweight title again. Carried that belt on for as long as possible. It is rare in Coew Wrestling to see Jim without a title. He has always had a belt on him at all times. There has never been usually a case where he has not. And this is one of those rare cases that he doesn't have a title. And like, he hadn't had it on the last special show, he hasn't had it on this one, but he's fighting in the main event for a title. And is looking to get the victory tonight with that belt. And honestly, I can see anybody winning this. This is a match that has all the top high caliber wrestlers that we have on this show. Jim has proven that he is the belt collector for a reason. He has won these championships like so many times and has also like been on the show as champion more times than he has not. Top has proven that he can have these big high profile matches. He beaten The Rock for the Hardcore title whilst defending it. He had beaten Dwayne The Rock Johnson, you know, the guy from the Tooth Fairy. Now that is insane accomplishment. But within saying that though, there is another man, like while beefing up those accomplishments, Malachi Black, the man who beat Malk for the Coew Wrestling Heavyweight Championship. He is a 2-time heavyweight He's a 2-time heavyweight champion holder, and both times he is, like, I would say he's dominated. He's only recently won this belt again since the last special show, but the first time he was dominant, and the only reason why he lost was because of the Art of Suffering cheating in the special show to get a title shot. They used the advantage of, like, assisting Edward in an Iron Man match to beat Malachi Black for the belt. And Malachi, well, he's got the title again. He beat Roman Reigns for this championship, and he's looking to cement his title reign by getting his first defense with this title. And honestly, this man, I pity people who will have to fight him, because he is by far the best striker in this match. Top probably the best technical wrestler, and Jim probably, I would say, the best brawler, but like Jim is probably like, I don't know if brawling and striking would conflict with each other in that statement, but Jim is the brawler in this situation. Malachi is the best striker, and Top is just the best like technical person or just powerhouse out of all of them in those categories. And now the Coew Wrestling Heavyweight Championship is on the line, and I don't know who will win this match. This match it can go either way, but one thing's for sure is that this is an elimination triple threat match. What does that mean? It means that you have to pin both, like everybody in the match to be the last person standing. It's the same sort of rules as the Mayhem Juniors match, just it's in a triple threat elimination and you don't have teammates. So Malachi Black, Top before and Jim. The bell has rung. And Malachi and Top immediately going into the ring. Malachi having no love for the Art of Suffering, seeing as Top did cost him the title originally, but Jim coming up behind Malachi Black trying to take out the champion. And it seems that those two have a common enemy in Malachi Black. Immediately, Jim trying to go after Malachi. As Malachi just going after everybody he can. Power bombs take down straight into the canvas, and now Top going after Jim because everybody in this match is a dangerous, like possibility. There isn't like a way to calculate who would be the best to take out at which point. It's just you need to take them all out anyway, and all of them are dangerous in their own specific categories. If you don't have your eye on one of them at all times, the other one can just come in like last minute and just take everything. And Top going in for a cocky little pin there, mainly just trying to expend energy off of Jim toward that kick out. And Top now taking on Jim. And immediately a table's been brought in. We had one match with no weapons, we're now back with the weapons. Yeah, Home Depot is getting a lot of money today. Electric chair driver. Immediately. Oh! Big pressure! Oh god, on the table legs! And the support! Oh no, Malachi, no! Knees to the jaw! Malachi Blank. Oh no! 1, 2. I'm surprised he kicked out of that one. That is so painful. Jim now looking for a splash, trying to take down Top a little bit more. But that was brutal. High knee strike straight to Jim. Malachi Black trying to land some quick offense. Springboard crossbody to the spine. Like, going for a table normally isn't good. Landing on the metal supports of a table, that is like, there's no give there. And it's just metal that can cut you up. Oh, good. Top-notch cutter. Going in for the cover here. 1, 2... and a kick out of 2. Top rarely using that move ever. Been mainly using the F5 instead since then. But oh god, Black the end. Black Mass was what it was formerly called, but now it's called the End. And just immediately with a roundhouse kick, Jim I think has been busted open there. But that shot could have ended things abruptly. A lesser person would have been immediately knocked out. But again, world-class performers. They have been in this position before. They have been in the main event. They have been heavyweight champion before. And Malachi just taunting right now. I wouldn't say that this is a great idea to do, to annoy someone. But, oh, going in for a heel hook right now. And Jim doesn't need to break it up, and that's the whole point. You don't need to. And taking out the legs at Top is probably a good idea, but stop sign straight to the head. And just throwing stop signs all over the place. Jim getting fired up. And Jim, what is he looking for? Oh, he's looking for the double underhook power driver. There you go, right on the table legs. 1, 2... I kick out at 2. Again, I don't understand. Oh, Jesus. Chair shot straight to the spine. And the chair being stabbed into the corner. Jim. DDT on the stop sign. Immediately. And now, quickly, a backbreaker straight to Malachi Black. Malachi having back issues. Throughout his career in the last couple of years since we have seen him. So this is actually probably a good idea. Not gonna lie. Top immediately landing in those strikes, going for Northern Lights. Top going for the table here, probably willing to set up in the corner. We might see a table break spot. Oh, into the chair. Malachi set up in the corner, busting his head open. Well, maybe not busting it, I don't know. He just stole the end. He's throwing double roundhouse kick. 1, 2. Malachi loses! We're gonna have a new champion! F5! No! Top beating Malachi with his own move. The ultimate disrespect! And quickly I don't know if I should call it like a fireman's carry, like power slam, or like I don't know what to call that. But quickly, Top going after the legs of Jim. Quickly rolling through, kick to the chest. Malachi walking out of here, going in for the cover here. 1, 2, and a kick out of 2, but a weak kick out if anything. Jim might be expending more energy than he has. Top, it looks like he's staying up. Top notch cutter missed. right there and a quick backbreaker taking him down. Jim is busted open underneath his glasses. That is a actual statistic. Jim quickly having the Stein removed from him, quickly thrown at his face. They need to get in the ring in order to pin him. But it's almost like a singles match now. Malachi Alfred were guaranteed a new title. Not a new title, a new champion. And as we can see, Top using that stop sign to great effect on Jim. Jim being... like, Jim is just like not in a good spot right now. He is in a rough shape. And a standing shooting star. And quickly, oh, Jesus! That was just a jumping, like, punch. Maybe that was a Superman punch. I'm not sure, but that was brutal nonetheless. Just knock out Jim before he can even get up, and immediately throw over. Knee strike straight to the jaw. And now it's going for another top-notch cutter. This move that he previously retired on the concrete floor. He needs to get him into the ring, though, and him being on the outside is not helping his case. Now looking at... now swinging the kendo stick round. Smacking him in the face with it. It's just, this is not good. This is very bad for Jim. I don't even think Top... that kendo stick has literally fucking shattered on his face. Swing blade into a drop kick straight to the side of the head. Top using his athletic abilities. And now the still steps are being used. Oh no. And now bringing over to the steps. Nope, being thrown away. Jim quickly getting up. Quick slaps to the face. Going in for a suplex onto the concrete floor. Top looking for the end here. Looking for an F5 on the concrete floor. Oh! Yeah. Jim is just out of this, and Top destroying like around the outside of the ring area. He could just win. He just needs to get Jim into the ring, and now he's going after his hands. I think this is more of just punishment and setting a name, like not even a name. He already got a name for himself. It's just making a statement to everybody in the locker room that he's not gonna play nice. But Jim managing to fight out of it quickly and just throw Top over to the other side where the stop sign is once again. Jim throwing him into the corner. He's literally just trying to get some space here. DDT on the concrete. That might be enough. That might actually be enough to change the title of this match. Going in for a splash there. Picking up a stop sign once again. And a quick smash to the back of the head. And again, Top immediately getting up, realizing that he was exposed a little bit there. And then thrown over to the announce table. And again on the concrete. They've literally looped round the outside concrete. Top. Again with the stop sign thrown into the stomach. Oh, wait a minute. Oh! Package Jim Driver! Oh, never mind. Okay, that didn't happen. Jim just quickly managed to get out of it. I thought it was going to be like a pole driver on the floor. That wasn't the case. Throwing the sign again. I think that might have caught Top on the face. Oh, yeah, that is a lot of blood. That is a lot of blood. Okay, the action is taking part back inside the ring. That sign may have helped. Could it be it? Oh, that was right near the eye. I think the eye is bleeding. Oh, okay. Jim managing to pick up the win after throwing a stop sign into Tom's eye. I think there might have been an injury there. But Jim is your new Coew Wrestling Heavyweight Champion. And there we go once again. That is all for tonight, and congratulations to Jim for winning in the main event. Thank you all very, very much for watching Coew Wrestling, and hope we will see you again on our next show. Next week, we'll be back on the weekly shows that we usually do on Sundays, and if you are watching this on YouTube, there'll probably be an update at some point when the schedule is coming up. Unsure, but thank you all very, very much for watching on Coew Wrestling, and we shall see you next week.